boom, Shangri-La. Right. Oh, right, I've got this picture. If you watched part 1, you'll know that this is what I painted it. So I'm thinking now, this is all blurring into one, so I'm going to do some stuff in here on these there, point with this on that and that and that, and bring them forward to chuck that mountain back. So that's my first thing what I'm going to do. So there's some sort of lighter cut, so I'm thickening all this up. Yeah, I'm looking at it, it's a lot thicker than where I've got it. So this, with this bit of texture, is about right for all this bit here. See how my brush is breaking, because it's a bit like sort of dryish brushwork. So that's that sort of does that there. Then it comes into a darker green, but there's more water in it. So I'll come into that like that, pop that in there, and in there, and just gradually build that up there. Try and leave them light bits out if I can. Add more water, blend them two together a little bit. Then as I come across here, it's more water in my brush because it's further away and it's all getting gradually softer. So I'm coming into there, trying to leave some of them little white flashy bits in there. They always look nice. I just like little bits of white in my picture. That's it, that's brought that right forward now. Now I'll stick with that same colour. There's a bit here, look. A bit of texture on it. And hopefully it'll just bring it that bit closer. Same here. Quite far away. Bit of texture. Just bring it that bit closer. There we are. There. Right up this back bit. Just that bit of texture. And as I come closer, I'll stick some more in. This one's not as light. It's a darker colour. So stick a bit more paint on my brush. There we are, coming in closer there. Just blend that to subtle that in a bit. That's it. And then this bit in here at the bottom, much closer, much fatter paint. There, that's better, isn't it? And that's just thrown that right by. Let me just sit back and have a look at that. In fact, let me go across the room and have a look, then I can see if I'm right with what I'm doing. That's the best way to do it. Oh dear, my eyes are blurry, I can't really see it. Yeah, I think it's alright. It's early morning, my eyes are all blurry. Yeah, I think that's okay. It's definitely better. I can't see, I've gone over the room, everything's blurry. I think I might need some long distance glasses or something. Get my eyes tested in it. Right, you know what, I might put some sheeps in there. I think I'm going to put some reflections in, darker in there. Could even do that now actually, couldn't I? Let's have a go at that. I wished I'd not put them water lines in there, but I didn't know at the time that they were going to be added. Right, so I'm going to just bring some lines down here for these reflections. Just an extra bit of reflections. Pulling down there. Hopefully that works. Yeah, I think that's okay. And then same, I'll do the same here. Same colour. Just pull it all down. It goes a bit more sort of darker colour on this bit, so I'll darken that bit there. Let's say a bit of that darker on base of this one and all. Just on base there. No, not base of that one. Wet my brush again. Dry it a bit. So I'll try and subtle that off a bit there. Something like that. Just wash my brush completely clean brush. Just try and just smooth out some of this stuff. I'll have to put my whiter lines back in again in a minute. I'll let it dry and I'll pop my whiter lines back in. Looks okay, doesn't it? I think so. I could pop a bit of blue streaking across. Let's try that. Tiny bit of sort of watery blue and just streak it across like that. There we are, that's nice. Something like that. Right, my brush. Soften that in even there. I'll leave it at that for now, let that dry, and then I'll put some whiter lines back in on that. Right, done with that brush for a minute. Right, sheeps. What I'm going to do, I'm going to scatter my sheeps about a bit, because let's find a correct size brush, because normally I'll do a few sheep together. Say that's my focal point, I'd have a few sheep together there, so it takes your eyes in, and then if any's scattered about, try and scatter them about in a way that it leads your eye in. But that's my focal point there, and sort of all this is sort of my focal point, and that's my main focal point. So I don't want sheep dragging my eyes over here, so I'm hoping if I dot them about a bit there, and maybe there's a couple over here, it'll not check your eye will still go to there, hopefully. Because I think a bit of extra interest or something extra happening will look good. But like I say, don't really want to lose that focal point. So let's start. Trying to think size wise. See, size wise, that's the tree, that's the bloke. Be that big there, so further back, probably be slightly smaller. So that's our one there. What's a tiny one right up there, quite far back, that one. One there. One. So one there, right up next to Water. One there. Just dotting them about. I think I can probably add two next to each other there. And I'll have one there. And another one here. Just got its head down, eating a bit of gracias. These two look like they need to be a bit bigger compared to others. Just looking at it now. They don't look bad. They're a bit further back than him, so I've done them slightly smaller. Hopefully that's alright. Right, I'll mix now a sort of shadowy colour. So, a lot of purple, a lot of blue in this, so I'll make my shadowy colour a bluish purple, I think. Should do it. Just put a blob there, a blob there. Put a little blob on them all, so I've got a blob there to work with, and then I can work from that. And my white's gone into most of it. Right, where's them reading glasses? Let's get these reading glasses on. Might be able to see what I'm doing. So, a bit more on my brush. It's bleeding into this white. There. That's my shadow colour. Right up to that one. A bit more in there like that. Blending right into white, but it's giving me that. Oh, that was okay. You know what, I might just get air dryer on them, dry them now. I do quite like how subtle them water lines has gone. I'm just going to come in while that paint's dry before I put any more wet on. So I'm going to come in with this water line. I'm just going to take this one slightly further across, just so it goes into that a bit more. But I do like how subtle that is. I wonder if I can just smudge it there, a little bit there, a bit of finger painting there. There we are. Now actually looking at this, let's pop a bit more highlight on a couple of these while I've got this white on my brush there. Let's have that one just, I was tempted to make that into two, but I don't think I will. A bit more highlight on them. There we are, something like that. I think I'll have him just sort of looking over there. I like that one as it's side on. These are all head on. Right, now then, after that, I think now I just need a dark green really for a shadow underneath them all. Oh, one shadow. Need a dark green. Right, if you watched yesterday's, where I started this, you'll know me, my stepbrother Doofus, we is in a boy band called Two, because there's only two on us in it. Started his own boy band, so we're probably going to end up getting like a lot of girlfriends and stuff now. I don't know if Esmeralda and Donna Kebab's going to be that chuffed, but we'll not be interested, because we only want Esmeralda and Donna Kebab. Well, they'll all be chasing us, no doubt. We went busking yesterday, did a bit of busking. That went well. Doofus played Dancing Queen on his didgeridoo. That's Aboriginal. Get it? Aboriginal. Anyway, so that's my shadows there. I think I might give that a little dry and then pop some little heads on them all. Aboriginal. So I'm getting even now. I'll use this brush. Let me have a sip of coffee. I'll sit right back and have a look again. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. Right, I'll pop some. In fact, I'm going to use a little brush. I'm in 2 minds how to use a little brush. I'm going to do. My eyesight's bad today. Can't you see anything? Mix a bit of this black up. Yeah, we did our own song, what I sung to you yesterday, and then we did a song by Gene Kelly called Singing in the Rain. Well, that one seemed to be quite seemed to be ideal, because it was raining, so it seemed to be ideal, that one. So I'll tell you what, let's give him an head there, so he's there, like that. This one, I'm going to have this one looking up there, and that one looking down. It's a big blob of paint there. This one here, I'm going to have him sideways on, so his head's there. This one here, most of them seem to mostly be eating grass, but you know what, this one here, I'm going to have him sort of slightly sideways on, with his head there. He's looking up as well. They do spend most of the time eating grasses. maybe it's that one, that's its bum there and it's facing that way. And then a tiny bit more on there. And then that one, let's have him just in the middle there with his head there. I think that's probably enough. You only need subtleness with the heads on them. Oh, no, I didn't even sign this yesterday. Right. That's looking alright, isn't it? Oh. Singing in the rain. Doofus put a sign out saying we need some money for singing lessons. And then all of a sudden people started chucking quite a bit of money in. So that's not a bad idea. Yeah. Then there were a lot of people just sort of walking past. I think they were too tight to chuck any money in, so they were walking past, pretended they'd not seen us. So Doofus come up with a good idea. Doofus says, why don't we set up in a lift? So I thought, genius, no one can ignore you in a lift. So that's what we did, set the stuff up in a lift. And that seemed to work. Darker green there. Yeah, no one could ignore us in there. So we did that. A few darker colours in there just to bring this so it just looks a bit closer upper than with these low lights. Looks a bit closer upper than hotels. Pop a few in here, why not? Tell me what, I could have a few sort of on the edge of this path here perhaps. Let's smudge a bit of finger painting on some of this. Softens it in a bit. Well, Doofus played a bit of air guitar for a while, but I wouldn't recommend that if you're thinking of going busking, because people started putting in air donations. So that were no good. Right, let me clean these brushes. That's that one clean. I'll let you have a look at it while I'm cleaning my brushes. Right, this little one I use to put in a signature. So let's have. Right, see if I can remember how to spell my initials. Right, the Bertie Day. Birthday. There we are. Let's wash this brush. There we are. Right, I'll just. Oh, that's good. That brush is getting nice and clean. Right. Need to dry. Stick it that way. While you have a look. Yeah. So all I've done, I've thrown that back into distance by adding that on. Just the darker there, what brings them forward. I put some extra details in here, what's bringing that forward. Just for an extra bit of interest, plopped a bit of sheep in, sort of trying to get the size of my sheep and guess, right, I think the sheep probably comes halfway up a bloke and then they're a little bit further back than where he stood, so I made him a little bit smaller. So you're just guessing, you haven't got to be dead accurate. I think they look about right. So if I had one here, I'd make him quite big because he'd be in front of him. So if say he's halfway up him, naturally he might be that far up him because he's closer. So I might make him that big. So yeah, in it. Right, I'm going to go and do some singing practice with me stepbrother Doofus and our new boy band called 2. So look out for us. We'll probably be on television soon. In it.